you guys have that most don't have is just the incredible amount of funding and the big names behind you. So I believe that you raised over 350 million from A16C, Jump, Multicoin Capital, and others. And so, it's why some call Aptos and other chains that are backed by big VCs, VC chains. It's a bit of a despective kind of term, but I want to get your thoughts on this, on the term and kind of the criticism behind it, which is you have all these VCs holding your tokens. Maybe that'll make the chain less decentralized because there will be just a concentrated voting power in the chain's investors, and then two, there's this concern that as soon as the unlock period comes, there will be a huge selling pressure, and the investors who got tokens for a lot cheaper than retail will they'll be able to sell those tokens for a profit for the retail investors. What's your take on this? You think, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've been really happy with the folks who've been supporting us from the very early days. And a lot of the support also kind of comes from the fact that we worked closely with a lot of other teams when it came to building out the DM network. And then, being the technology at the time, like everybody was very happy with it. It was going to be the right technology to take that whole project forward. And so I think it's pretty natural that a lot of those folks would want to continue to be involved with that project. And so we've been really happy with the team that's going to come forward with us, as well as all the new folks that also joined and been excited about the Aptos vision. I will say, with respect to the tokenomics, the investor portion is definitely smaller than almost any network I've seen. I think it's 13.48%. And if you compare that to other networks, it is probably one of the lowest, if not the lowest, proportion of tokens allocated towards that pool of folks. And so, I think that is also like a huge, vote of confidence from those folks to understand that this is a decentralized technology. It's meant for everybody. It's something that should be owned by the users and the developers who build on top of it. And so, really, really excited about the way that the token supply was allocated, for sure.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And I think I read, is it 51% of tokens go to community?
That's right. Yeah. I think that's really important to, again, show, like what's the value of, where are the values of the network? It's really towards being community driven, community owned, and having those folks, building amazing products on top of Aptos.
And so, speaking of the community portion, of course, like it seems the hardest thing right now in this cycle, at least, is like points, airdrops, rewards. Are you planning any of those like incentive programs where you might be giving away like the community part of your token pool?
Yeah, I can't comment on that, unfortunately. The Aptos Foundation is responsible for the token allocation for those community tokens. But from what I do know, I mean, I do see them very, very active in terms of helping to find lots of projects to support. They built out the largest movie ecosystem out there, as measured by the Electric Capital Developer Report. I think more like around twice that of the next largest movie ecosystem. And so, building an ecosystem is something that is fun, and it also requires a lot of support from different entities like the foundation, also from Aptos Labs in terms of being able to support from a developer standpoint, and also new developers that are coming in and building amazing things. Since we've seen folks like Beware Labs put out staking protocols, designated staking protocol support. We've seen other initiatives from projects even in DeFi, adding new libraries to the Aptos infrastructure. And so just seeing kind of community building across the board is really what this network's all about. And we're super excited about the progress we've made.